This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis.
With Jolly Green.
We are here today to talk about the League of Legends. This is a MOBA-style battle game. Features the exploits of various champions from all across Runeterra, doing battle, fighting stuff, and just trying to live their lives. Got some interesting news this week. We got a new patch! Very interesting patch. Dropped a lot of new stuff on us. We got new Mastery pages. A couple of nerfs to some of our old favorites. A new champion, Mr. Fizz.
This is a tournament patch, by the way, so they didn't want to change much.
Except for obliterating Akali, which is awesome.
Yay.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm an Akali player. I'm so good, nerf. Oh god, skill is actually involved to play this champion again.
The Akali never required skill. It was just hit all your buttons as fast as you can.
Yeah, now you're no longer able to so easily gain both of her passive buffs before even attaining a single item.
That's great. But, getting kind of off topic here, let's kind of get into the main subject of the week. Fizz! The Tidal Trickster. Initial thoughts?
He is not even a glass cannon. He's butter, pretty much. He can scald your mouth a little bit if it's heated up or melted, but either way, you're going to cut through him like, well, butter.
Well, as far as a huge offensive threat, I don't think he falls under that category, but he does have quite a bit of lane dominance in the solo lane, because he's just so darn hard to harass. His trickster, playful, whatever the heck that thing is that makes him jump on the stick and become untargetable and leap twice, yeah, it's pretty darn formidable when you're in the lane.
The thing I've noticed about him, he's a very mid-game centric champion. I've never been really overly afraid of him in the late game. Early game, he's kind of mean, especially when paired with someone else. The anti-healing dot definitely plays well to the strength, especially in early game. Mid-game, if you build him properly, he becomes a really mean guy. I've seen him tear through a lot of people with very glass cannon-y builds, but because he's got the evasiveness, it's not too big of an issue. I feel like they need to give him a little bit more damage just so he doesn't have to go full-out offensive and just completely forsake anything. Like, I've seen people build Rod of Ages first, and then they just do poorly because they can't deal damage.
That's the problems I had when I first started playing him, you know. I did really well mid-game, but I just was melted because I could do so much damage. But once I got into the fray and AoE started flying up and there were people right-clicking me, two people against me would just turn around, poke me, and I'd die in the middle of a team fight, even though I dealt, like, a massive amount of damage. It was very, very annoying, so...
Yeah, so as a melee, he's very squishy.
He can be really useful, though. His ultimate, paired up with some of his abilities in a team fight, got me a triple kill, and just a lot of fun stuff you can do with his ultimate, which is probably his bag of tricks, his main hoorah item.
His bread and butter.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different builds. I've seen Lichbane-centric builds. I've seen AP-centric builds. He is essentially just an AP melee with a couple of evasion tools. But as far as what I think he needs, because right now, I mean, he's an okay champion. He's got a unique playstyle, which I always love to see those sort of playstyles. I just wish
he doesn't fall into the assassin category, and he doesn't fall into the melee character, so he needs a little bit oomph.
Well, it's okay if he has his own category. It just, he has to be less all or nothing.
Yeah.
Because if you're all, you're going to do okay. If you're nothing, you're doomed. That all, if it is going to be an all or nothing champion, make that all a lot more satisfying. Make it a lot more good. Like, I mean, old Akali, I mean, you'd go balls to the wall, you'd do all your damage, and then you'd pop into your shroud. That's kind of almost what he feels like, is just a crummier Akali, is lots of damage, and he can kind of get away alright if they're not really focusing too much.
But he's a giant blue target in this game, so your eyes always drawn to him.
And his Twilight Shroud is only like a half second.
And sometimes they can still hit you in it, I've noticed.
Really?
There's a couple of times where I was sitting there, like, I know it's a 0.5 seconds, so I'd hit the thing, and so I'd be on my stick, and then I'd drop dead because tibbers or something would fall on me.
It doesn't make him immune to area of effect spells and damage, only targeted spells.
Yeah, I saw him juke 2 of the 3 shots of Vaegar's one-hit combo by going up on the stick. Just, boop! Primordial Blast and Baleful. Just whoosh. I was like, alright. I guess that just happened. I felt really bad. I was like, well,
And,
I want to kill him.
He can be really good, but he needs a good team to support him. He really needs to have a balanced team. It needs at least a good tank.
Well, not even that. I mean, he can go one-on-one with a ton of people. I mean, he's got the evasiveness to do it.
He has the evasiveness, but you got to kind of like... It's not really an engaged versus engaged, because if you're building all AP, when your cooldowns are down, you're only hitting for a certain amount because you're building all AP.
Well, that's the point of an assassin, really. He's sort of a medium assassin. I mean, LeBlanc, she kills one person and she's done. Akali, she kills one person just to wait a little bit for all their CDs to come back up.
Well, I'm saying it's like a lot of characters, when I would 1v1 him with him, I would go through my main 3 abilities, but I would only get him about halfway, and that's with a lot of AP still.
Well, I mean, that's when you lay your ult on him and your Shark knocks him up. That gives you time to your cooldowns to recharge.
Yeah, I'm just saying he doesn't deal enough as he should, and especially since he's supposed to be a very mobile champion, he doesn't have enough to be a really good, like...
Well, maybe he's a good one to pair with Deathfires, then, if your combo's not quite getting him as low as you want.
The thing about him is I just don't know what niche he's trying to fill. He's not a DPS, he's not a tank, he's not support. He has a little bit of everything, but not enough to warrant him being full-on in anything.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Talon. I mean, Talon blows up in a half second, and he doesn't really have too much upfront damage until he lines up his entire ability set.
Yeah, but as AD, he always has his auto attacks. If your cooldowns are done, then he can sit there and start stabbing you.
In that case, just pop a Lich Bane, there you go. With a good AP build, you might not do too bad. I mean, he's already got an initiative to auto attack with that debuff, so it might not be too terrible.
I don't know. I guess I just haven't found the right niche, or the right way to build him as far as items.
Yeah, a build will make or break a champion, so that could just be your main issue, is just not a proper build yet. There could be just one item that you get. All of a sudden the whole thing clicks, everything falls together. Like I said, could be a Deathfire, could be a Lich Bane, could be just a little more AP early on.
Yeah, not even
maybe some Spell Vamp, who knows?
Spell Vamp I found is not a good way to build him, because every time I would build Spell Vamp on him, I would not see any...
Really? Interesting.
Because most of his abilities are all AoE.
Well, there you go.
Well, time will tell. Anyway, what rating do you guys give this?
That's my job. Shut up.
Little character.
I give, not a huge fan. I was never really intimidated by him. I found he was a good support for an assassin. I like the heal debuff. I like that it's a new style of play, which really kind of bumps it up higher than I would normally give a champion of this caliber. But I'm going to give him probably about a 7. I mean, it's not anything amazing, but it's unique, it's different, and he's got some utility.
I'm going to give him about a 6. Holy crap, Water doesn't like the water-based champion. Oh my... I just haven't found any good way to play him yet, and every talent or every Fizz I've seen has kind of ended up the same way as I've been playing him. I could do really well with him and still just fall flat on my face later on in the game, and just everything goes downhill.
I'm going to go as low as a 5. I just don't see a niche for him, and I'm just not real partial to a full AP melee build. It just seems to be the only way you can effectively play him, and it doesn't end up working out. I mean, it works for Alistair in some cases, but I don't think it works here.
Give him a
What
AP.
about Scion?
Maybe if they gave him his W
We don't
dot
talk about him.
scaling on both AP and AD, that might help him out a bit. But everything scaling off AP is kind of harsh. But I don't know. This is our opinions at this point in time. Don't take them too seriously.
If you guys have some epic builds for us to try out, we'd love to see them. Post them in the comments below. Because, like I said, good AP build can make or break any build can make or break a champion. So if you got one that works, we'd love to see it.
That's really about it for Fizz. We've got some...
The patch is the thing I'm excited to talk about.
You mean, we're not going to do much for this and then bring out new spells and new
new Masteries.
Change the entire landscape of how you build your character.
Yeah, these new Masteries
Tournament patch.
are amazing.
They're
my god.
They're free runes with awesome side abilities. It's fantastic.
Well, the thing I like best about the new runes, or the new Masteries, is that there's no longer any single put a point here and you get a buff on your summoner spell. There's one per tree, and it's tier level 1, and it incorporates 4 to 5 different summoner spells. I think that's fantastic, and it doesn't make you spread out and put points in different
I like
things.
having Imp Ghost and Imp Ignite in the same point.
That saves you 2 points.
It's amazing. New Imp Ignite is awesome. I run Ghost Ignite on Garen, and all of a sudden I pop Ignite, and I have a bunch of bonus damage on Judgment, and I'm like, spinning around. It's overpowered. These new builds are overpowered.
Last night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try Tank Maokai now, because when I play Tank Maokai, I can never die unless 3 people focus me. And I tried the new defensive tree, and I put a lot into the ability power because I had extra points. So I got, some more mana, some more ability power, and just, some nifty stuff, some cooldown reduction. And then I started playing this game, and I laned against a Shyvana and a Leona, and they couldn't kill me at all, the whole game. These 2 guys were out for me, and just because of all these new talent trees, all the stuff that they gave me in the defensive tree, they couldn't kill me, but I had more ability power, more cooldown reduction, so I was able to be more harassing than I used to be. And it was just so much fun to be like this overpowered tree again.
A couple of things I did notice about the new Masteries. One thing I was actually kind of bummed out about. They took away the dodge,
Absolutely
on all the tree, and they took away the dodge move speed, which I was a little bit bummed out about. I mean, that was always my favorite, is to get a quick harass with a decisive strike, or even on a Jax. And then all the creep aggro would turn onto me. And I'd get, a dozen 2-damage hits, and I'd get 10% move speed out of that.
Do you think that they're trying to phase out dodge?
They actually have said so a long time ago. I think upwards of 6 months ago, they said that they were trying to reduce the occurrence of dodge on many characters.
Dang. I remember maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was going, I think Garen, and I ended up getting 5 Ninja Tabby and a Sunfire Cape against a full melee team. And it's like, troll face, just run away. And 70% dodge is silly.
I can see just Garen, just sunglasses, black cloak. He's just come
a bunch of
matrixing his
Ninja
way
Tabby
through.
just clipped to his chest.
But another huge thing that this new mastery tree does is it gives the AP carries a reason to go full down 21 into the offensive tree for the first time in a very long time.
Instead of going 9-0-21 into the utilities tree and get all the, get the flash and get clarity or all that stuff.
Yeah, I find that I'm really torn on which AP champs I want to go utility and which ones I want to go offensive, because the damage in there is incredible. 4% on my AP, it's really nice. But then again, I'm 10% cooldowns and spell vamp? Oh, that sounds really nice.
See, that's the beauty of it. What you want is you want to have options. Before, you didn't have a whole lot. You really had only a few cookie-cutter builds per character. But now the options are wide open. You can do all kinds of different stuff.
It's epic. And that's not even the only thing they did this patch. New icons for all the summoner spells, and they changed and improved some of them.
Now, the art threw me off the first time I was playing because I didn't know they changed the art. And so I'm sitting there, and I had Rally, and then I had Clarity. And I didn't know what the eyeball was for a second, and there was this blue guy floating the ball. I'm like, what are these? I don't know what this is. Help me.
By Rally, you mean Infuse, right?
Whatever.
Surge.
Surge. I've seen some really cheese builds with Surge. That is a weird.
Surge teleport Maokai.
No. Like Ghost Surge Kale. And it's so frightening because all of a sudden she's like, okay, I pop both my summoner spells. I'm moving at 500 and 600 move speed. I have a bonus 70 AP and 40 attack speed. It's like, just everything dies. Everything dies.
Ace. What did you just do?
Seriously, Kale, Teemo, not Kog'Maw so much, but
Caitlyn.
Kale, not even Caitlyn.
No, I've seen a really mean Surge Caitlyn.
But and Twisted Fate, just they double dip with the attack speed and the AP.
Oh.
Because it's incredible. Even Skarner I've seen was doing really mean with that.
He's actually pretty formidable.
Yeah, it's mean, but unless you're double dipping, I found that Surge is not really that great. I mean, it's a nice boost to a single stand, but I'd rather double dip with those.
There's definitely if you have a champion that's going to be very tanky and stuff like that, and you really don't need the mobility and stuff like that.
Maybe.
I definitely did it with...
I'd rather take promote, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I do have to do more testing on promote and stuff like that to get a hang of it, but I don't know, I kind of like Surge. But tell us what you think, pointing at camera.
Alright, what else do we got this week? We got a hint of a new skin.
River Cell Run Red. Vladimir.
I wonder who that could be. What is a champion that's red?
Firefighter Tristana.
Yeah, no, it must be they must be redoing Firefighter.
Must be a new Tifa skin, guys. Alright, yeah.
It's gotta be. It's obviously a Vladimir skin. If you guys have seen the data mine stuff, you know exactly what it is. We won't spoil it for you, but if you want to find it, it's out there.
Yeah, don't look at the picture that's up right now. I'm putting it up.
It looks fantastic.
Yes, it does. I looked at the model view for it. It looks pretty darn classy.
Speaking of other new skins, besides the two that come with Fizz, we have a new Jax and we have a new Ashe skin. Both of them really needing one.
The Jax skin, it looks a lot kind of like
Vandal.
Well, not even Vandal.
The color scheme
isn't it like the PAX one? Looks kind of similar.
It does look like the PAX and the Vandal skin merged together.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like that. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, those are
Can't
very...
really get the PAX one anymore.
Yeah, so it's nice if you wanted a sort of a PAX-ish skin. The Ashe skin looks exquisite. My buddy Hoofer picked that one up like the first day it came out, and he tried to play Ashe. He played terribly, but the skin looked really good.
And she's one of the older characters that really needed a good skin.
She had a lot of recolors.
Yeah, this is the first one since. Yeah, this is the first one since Queen Ashe. I think I use Woad Ashe just to troll people because that skin looks so friggin' weird.
Every time I would play with him, you always put up Woad Ashe.
So weird looking.
Like she has like this hurt face, like I'm gonna shoot you.
It's that, and then her stomach is like there's like a maw. Like what is that? That's coming out of her. Is she hurt? I worry about her.
Dying well. What's that? Oh, it's Ashe's stomach. Don't worry about it.
It's scary.
Just a protruding hernia.
You might want to get that checked out next time.
And
the
then
fountain doesn't cure everything.
Exactly. The other big news this week is they're changing the cap on rune pages. It used to be 7 or 8 if you kind of played around with Wright's giveaway thing. But you can now go up to 20. I don't know why anyone would need 20 rune pages, but you can get that amount. Purchase them with IP or RP. The thing we were curious about, though, is Water brought this up. That you used to be able to buy a full page of runes, like 7 of them, for a fixed cost. I wonder if that new purchase the full rune page, is that 20 or is it still 7?
Or if you've already bought a full book,
is it going to go back retroactively and give you the pages you deserve?
That would be nice, but I don't know.
From a cost-effective standpoint, heck no.
No. Probably give you 7, but I don't think, unless you're a pro player and you have a lot of runes for different situations, you're not gonna need 20 of them.
Yeah,
you're probably gonna have 3 per character.
Yeah, I rock 6. I mean, I
need to buy more, but I probably switch around like about 6 as well.
Yeah, I have a lot of builds that I switch around with, and like I have to have specific rune pages for characters because I'm weird. I'm like, well, here's my Garen page. Actually, I was kind of bummed out. I didn't change my Garen page because I don't need the dodge anymore. But yeah. So I'm interested to see this. If you guys know about the Riot Point purchase on the full rune pages, let us know. But yeah, that's interesting to find out. And I might actually pick up a couple more now that I know there's a higher cap.
So we have some skin sales this week.
Ooh.
We have Valkyrie Leona.
I own this skin. It's pretty nice looking, and it's really cheap. I mean, I think it's the better looking Leona skin, and for $260,
wow, only $260?
Yeah, she's a fun tank, but be aware she's a team tank. So only play with your friends with Leona. But it's a nice skin. I'd pick it up.
We have Warmonger Scion.
This is a frightening skin. Scion's got a lot of cheesy skins, and he's got a lot of scary skins. This is by far his scary skin. It is a black one, and so you know how I feel about that. I think it's great. So definitely,
dude, it's more gray.
It's just let me have it.
Unmasked Kale. It's a great skin. Unfortunately, now that there is another unmasked skin that came for free with most people that played during Season 1, you really don't want to pick this one up. If you're going to get a skin, definitely pick up either the Battleborn or pick up the... I'd say the Green Knights, the green one.
Yeah, go retro, get Viridian. People are more scared of people with crappy skins than they are with people with good skins.
The green one isn't crappy. Neither of them.
No, when you see someone with a crappy, like, old skin, like, when people see me run up to them with Union Jack Fiddles or Vancouver Amamu, they're like, oh, God! He's been playing for like 100 years.
So yeah, sometimes it's better to wait and pick up some older skins, especially, probably my personal favorite is White Mage Vaegr.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
But yeah, definitely if you do like the Unmasked Kale and you like the red and gold way it looks, definitely pick it up if you're really, really into it. But it's not one of my favorites out of all the Kale skins I own.
For sure. Is that it?
We're running low on time, so let's not go over champion sales this week. Unfortunately, guys.
Yeah, who cares?
Buy them all. There you go.
Yeah, that's our thing.
It's a very content-heavy week.
Our first question comes from our moderator. He says, "F***ments tier list. It's horrid, IMO. But what are your personal champions you guys hate playing against, or ones that you think are OP?" It's a good question.
One each.
Yeah, one each. The one I hate seeing the most, it's probably old news by now, I hate Akali. I don't think she's amazingly overpowered, but she has so much utility, and she's such a pain, and she jumps across the map, and she throws stuff, and she gets the spell vamp. It's a lot in a resourceless package, and it's a pain in the butt, and I hate dealing with it, but she is nerfed into the ground now, and I've been stomping on her all day.
Best thing is when you have a surprise Fiddlesticks beat the crap out of Akali.
Surprise!
You're nerfed! Yay!
Drain. She drops Shadow. I'm still like, okay, I'm still draining you. Having an Akali die in the middle of her Shadow pool without an Oracle's is amazingly hilarious.
How did that die?
That's my call. She's not as bad anymore, but I hated her to death.
This goes back a long time. Not so much anymore, but there's never been a character that annoys me so much and makes me rage so hard, especially on 3s, than Tryndamere. My goodness, I hate Tryndamere. I don't know how else to say that 5 seconds of invulnerability is just ridiculous, especially when you're playing a character that doesn't have any crowd control. He'll just sit there and smash you in the dome 45 times, or 2, depending on his build. Tryndamere, absolutely.
You took the 2 I was gonna say. Who do I hate?
You go with Annie. I mean, she's pretty bad.
No, I can counter Annie really easily sometimes. Scion. There's always Scion that, for some reason, I always have problems against Scion. Not because he's a hard champ to play. It's just, I'm always the guy that gets spammed the stuns. Just, no matter what. Hey guys, it's a glorious day. Stun.
See a cryptic gaze just come across the map.
It's happened. I've teleported home. Someone cryptic gazes me. I get to the platform and I'm stunned on the platform. No. It's horrible. It makes me want to play Scion just so I know how to destroy him. But I don't know makes me stronger.
Well, they nerfed him, so he shouldn't be too bad anymore. But we'll see. I haven't really played against too many since the thing. Our next question comes from our email. This comes from Jimmy Tran. He says, we all know those Flavor of the Month champions that'll be played a lot, Fiddle in the middle and in your jungle. And some champions are always picked because of what great damage and utility they have, like Arella. What are some champions you'd like to see more of, and what champions do you want to stop seeing? I'd like to see more Leona, Olaf, and Swain.
I'll take first on this one. There's a few champions I would like to see more of. I would like to see more Urgot, because he's very underrated now, and he can definitely, take control of a lane and farm really well, and just have that great harassing power. And I'd like to see more of those on my team, because I always get great Urgots no matter what. I've never seen a bad Urgot since his last buff. And one more who would I like to see more of? I'd like to see more Maokai. Tank Maokais are really strong, and people underestimate them a lot. And they're really great at just staying alive and mitigating damage, and his ult is very fun against many, many, many AoE champions.
I would like to, I'd like to see more champions like Twisted Fate. I never get to play with Twisted Fate, and I really miss out, and I just wish someone would play a good Twisted Fate game with me, because he seems like an interesting champion, and I just wish that someone would play with me. Another champion I don't really see too often is Trundle. I mean, I've been playing Trundle. I mean, he's not an amazing character, but he's such a troll. He's so hilarious to play. I never do amazing with him, but I always do okay, and he's just awesome. And I just wish someone would come along and be like, this is how you play Trundle. This is exactly how you do perfect with him every time. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. But Twisted Fate, Trundle, and yeah, I want to see more of those two goofballs.
For me, there's a differentiation here. I'd like to see more Orianna, but not every kind of Orianna. Good ones. There's a whole lot of bad Oriannas, and only a handful of people actually know how to play her. And when you do, it is so satisfying to be on a team with one, because they just dominate. Yeah, other than that, I'm going to have to agree and say Maokai. I love having a good Maokai tank. They just don't die.
Does he give you wood?
Oh, wood's so hard.
Wood so hard it makes you throw your seed?
That's
That's what he does!
Buzzing.
Oh, God.
Thanks for the almost identical questions, guys.
Yeah, no,
Actually,
they were mirrored. It was perfect.
Which
champions do you not want to see? Which champions do you want to see more of?
okay.
Please send in more questions you guys have. Post them in the comments below, or send them to our email at spazticgaming@gmail.com. You can find a direct link in our information below. We do like longer questions in our email, but we pick one from each. We answer it every week. So yeah, send us cool stuff. We love having really cool, thought-engaging questions. So please send them to us.
If you guys want instant access to know when the videos are up, just like us on Facebook. There's a link below as well, and you'll get them right as they're up.
Yay!
With all their horribly named YouTube abbreviations.
Patarl X7, the movie.
Deuce Light Week Part 4. It was the last one. Everybody was like, why was it like that?
What's going on?
This wrong video?
You're playing Skyrim the whole friggin' night. You didn't even notice.
Nope. I was up the whole time, too.
Seriously.
And that's...
yeah, is that all? Yeah, that's all we got this week, guys. Good Fizz builds. We want to see them. If you got a really good one, we'd love to see it. And if you guys have your own champions you want to see less of or see more of, definitely post them below. And this has been Axis.
And Water Elemental.
With Jolly Green.
And I have to apologize. I had 5 shots of Novocaine today. I had 6 fillings filled, so I'm kind of limp-listed right now. And so I'm kind of slurring and dribbling. Shut up.
Well, you sound a lot better on drugs. Let's say that much.
So how many more days?
How many days?
Oh! That's right. 32 days. 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 32 days.